So, um, this is part one. It's on the USA, my experience in the USA, and also in another nation, which I believe it had a lot to do with the wizardry and sorcery being done and exalted in the USA. So, I went to a country in the Middle East. Um, let me just say what it is. I went to Dubai in 2023, and God was leading me there. And I went um, there and I spent some time there at a hotel. And while at the hotel, I think after some time, there were at least one or two individuals like in the night would be loud. And I don't think they're supposed to do that in the UAE, but I never really heard police officer sirens or anything. But one thing I did get when I was there at that hotel, in spite of the conditions at being in that room, I don't know if they just have that room and it's like a budget room. Um, and so the conditions in there were not 100, but I got the two chairs, put them together, and that was my bed. Didn't really fuss so much. Um, I was able to get some rest there. But then I did notice after some time, like the occupants in the room next to me, they just were at certain times unusually like just loud. And I think at one point I told them to go back to the USA and I never heard anything back from them. Another thing I noticed is that I must have went out um, one day and um, this man, he looked Indian. He was short, probably shorter than me or my height, and he looked Indian. He was just a very like just a darker brown version of me, and he had his back against the wall. And upon me passing him by, he said nigga, but I ignored him because prior to me getting to the UAE, God was working on, helping me to know my identity when I was in Hawaii. So, um, and then um, with that in mind, also God also opened my eyes to the whole nigga thing. The slave owners, basically, they of the USA must have some of them must have learned that they got their slaves from the tribe of Niger or the Niger area. So um, they start calling people nigga. So now the variation of the word you have Niggar, Nigger,